yes, I have looked at these before, but that was kind of a terrible video, and like I said in the Piraka review, which you should check out by the way, links in the description, I'm redoing old Bionicle videos because my old ones, let's be honest, are kinda bad. So it's Bionicle's 20th anniversary this year, and LEGO didn't do anything special until they did the 90th anniversary fan vote thing, to which I have a couple things that I want to talk about it real quick. I will put a time code on the screen right now. If you would like to skip this little portion and get on to the review, you can do that. I'll leave the time code for when that starts. But if you want to hear what I want to say about what the LEGO community in general around this 90th anniversary fan vote, then keep watching. But people are being very toxic about it, calling Bionicle a meme and its fans childish, and calling them other names, which I will not mention here. It's not really called for. Granted, there are some Bionicle fans not responding in kind to those, which I also will say, don't do that. But on both sides, it's for toys. Nothing you really need to get toxic over. You shouldn't have to pick on someone for liking their own hobby. And if they vote Bionicle or Castle or Space, that's their prerogative. Whatever set wins will win, and there are plenty of space sets and pirate sets that come out every now and again, so if they don't win, it's not the end of the world. Bionicle got cucked out of its 20th anniversary, and yeah, it should probably get its own thing and be separate from the 90th anniversary line, but at least this way, as Bionicle fans, we get a chance to get a set this year. Now, in saying that, if you would like to vote for Bionicle in round 2 on LEGO Ideas, go ahead and do that. I believe it's February 4th. I could be wrong. That's when the vote starts. I would like to get at least one set for the 20th anniversary. The line did receive an award for being the most revolutionary toy or something, and that helped pull LEGO out of bankruptcy in 2001 and was an integral part of LEGO's history. And whether you think it's real LEGO or not, you can't deny the fact that it's very important to the company overall. If you still don't believe me, if you're one of those people who just cannot get their heads around the fact that LEGO really needed Bionicle, I recommend reading the books Brick by Brick by David C. Roberts and A Million Little Bricks by Sarah Herman. They're really good books detailing how each and every line was impactful to LEGO's history and how Bionicle is a very relevant line and should not be called a meme, because it's really not. Yes, there are memes that come from it, but the whole line itself is... I've seen people say don't vote for Bionicle, it's just for the memes. No, we want sets. We would like a line that is marketed properly, unlike G2. But the bigger picture here is, please don't make fun of people because of their hobbies. If they like Castle or Space or Bionicle, let them like it. And let's all be an inclusive community of LEGO fans. You don't have to pick on someone for liking Space, and then the person who likes Space doesn't have to pick on someone for liking Bionicle. It shouldn't be like that. Ow, I just hit my desk. It shouldn't be like that. Now, with that aside, Bionicle is absolutely amazing. And this year, I'm going to try and do at least 20 set reviews for the 20th anniversary. I'm all intertwined with Transformers videos, so don't worry about that. And I can't not start without talking about the original sets, the Toa Mata. Like I said, I have looked at these already, but that video is kind of trash, so I'm redoing it basically. Plus, hardly anybody watched that video anyways, so they're not going to know I did it unless I mentioned it. The Toa Mata were the first set of heroes we got, and they're small enough that I can talk about all of them in one video. For those of you who don't know, I recommend the Biomedia Project. I'll link that below as well, but it has every single book, comic, piece of story on it, even the old Flash games. But in essence, if you wanted the Cliff's Notes of the origin story for these guys, without any spoilers, they washed ashore on an island with no memory and were tasked on protecting their respective elemental villages from creatures and the evil Makuta and all that. I won't get into all the terms because I bet you'll fall asleep if I try doing that, but I'll just say Toa are heroes. And the reason why they're called the Toa Mata is because they're on the island of Mata Nui. That's all you really need to know. Let's start with Tahu, because why not? Tahu is the Toa of Fire, and he looks pretty badass. He wears the Hau, which is the mask of shielding, and wields a fire sword. The robotic nature of Bionicle is very well emphasized by the detail on these sets. The gears and the pistons and all that sort of stuff. His action feature includes the mask popping off as part of the line-wide action feature integration, where if they lose their mask, they lose their powers. And the twisting of the gears, which moves the arm up and down. And as per the instructions, spins one arm. But you could put some parts in to make both arms move if you really wanted to. And no, those two black pieces are not laser guns, they are fingers. I know a lot of people get confused by that, but they're fingers. He also was the leader of the Toa Mata. Next up is Gali, the only female of the group and the Toa of Water. She wears the cacao, the mask of water breathing, and her weapons were the water hooks. I don't understand what that has to do with water, but they're hooks. She has the same detail as Tahu, and as you'll see from the rest of the sets, they're all the same. But this set has these pins on the hips. I never knew what these were for originally, but they're actually for this bull alternate build with another one of the Mata sets. I think it's Pohatu, which is really cool. I actually really like this build. I have made it before. It's pretty cool to include them and give them a place to go on the set as opposed to just sitting around doing nothing. Her action feature moves both her arms, and the mask also pops off. Next up we have Kopaka, the second in command and the angsty member of the group. He's always getting in fights with Tahu. The Captain America poster of Captain America and Iron Man staring at each other. This Bionicle comic cover came out in 2003. I'm just going to put it on the screen of Tahu Nuva and Kopaka Nuva butting heads. I just think that's really cool. He's the Toa of Ice, and he wears the Akaku. I can never pronounce the name. I'll put the word on screen. I can never pronounce the name of the mask. It's a mask of X-ray vision. He's the only set to come with the world's most useless shield. It's got holes in it. Why? Anyways, this set has a sword that's linked to his action feature, and of course the mask pops off as well. That's going to be the most common thing. The reason for the mask popping off, like I said, is because they lose their powers, and the Borak can infect them, or if you have an infected mask, you put that on, and that kind of takes control of their mind. It's a whole story thing. Next is Lewa, the Toa of Air. He wears the Mask of Levitation, the Miru. And if you are a part of the Bionicle community, you probably associate this guy with LJ Johnson. But anyways, moving on. He gets the badass axe and the chonky fingers. I don't know why his fingers are like this, but yeah. Lewa also speaks in a weird-ass language called Tree Speak. Google it if you're curious, but it's strange. I don't like it. His action feature swings his axe around, and his other arm is very loose. But he also has the mask pop-off thing. Now, I was going to film this part outside in the forest, but I mean, Canada. Next up, we have Pohatu, Toa of Stone. He wears the Kakama, Mask of Speed. Now, quickly link to my channel here. Check out Bionicle Journey to Home, Season 1 and the off-season. Pohatu is the main character in Season 1. Pohatu is unique in the sense that he has an upside-down build. If you notice, his torso is built upside down. His build has the legs be the focus of the action feature, so he can kick. His tool is these little shoe things and a boulder that I can't find for the life of me, but he comes with a boulder that he can kick, and he's a pretty unique set. He's the one that combines with Gali to make the bull. And last but not least, we have Onua, Toa of Earth. Even though the planet they're on isn't exactly Earth, but whatever, minor detail. He wears the Pakari, the Mask of Strength, and is another unique build with his hunchback and the cool claws to cut away at the quote-unquote Earth. Bar Magna. His function is the mask thing and the swinging of his claws. These sets started it all and helped LEGO when they were in a big pickle. Yes, LEGO Star Wars helped them out of the rut to begin with in 1999, but they had to pay an expensive licensing fee, and then from 1999 to 2002 there was no new Star Wars, so the sets weren't selling and they needed something, and so spawned Boneheads of Voodoo Island. No, I'm just kidding. Bionicle. It spawned the rise of the buildable action figure market, and these were in North America. Anyways, I know Japan had Gunpla and stuff, which are buildable action figures. These were part of loads of kids' childhoods, and if you want to give Bionicle a shot, they're not that bad on Bricklink. I'll link Bricklink below the page of the Bionicles. Not sponsored, by the way. But yeah, definitely pick up a couple if you want. They're pretty good. Some sets I would recommend would be the Piraka, the Toa Mata if you want to get into the originals. If you want to get like some of the most posable sets, you probably go for the Toa Anika, however you want to pronounce it. If you want to go for really, really good sets, Maxilos and Spinax, the posability on that is just amazing. So there are tons of sets you can totally pick up. Their posing is fun. Their buildings are great. Just after 2007 sets, don't take those apart once you build them because they'll crack. Anyways, that's been my look at the Toa Mata. Thank you for watching. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, Patreon, and join the Discord. Everything is linked below the subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.